I've never been classically trained. I've always just picked up instruments. My family are kind of musical, so my dad was in a band and my mother was too. So I learned a lot of stuff. I just picked it up, just kind of find your way around. But I've never actually had any, formal training about music. I've always just felt my way around. Well, before, when I was younger, I was in bands. I think it's when I got to Brighton, around the mid-90s, that's when I kind of got into the whole DJ culture and discovered sampling. Sampling was a real breakthrough because I could start making, it was a way of just kind of making my own music by using different sounds from different places and my own playing and to be able to create music on my own. And I think that was a real, sort of quite an enlightening thing to be able to be one person creating music and be able to sort of layer up drums and rhythms and all kinds of stuff without a drummer, without a bassist, just making stuff on my own. So sampling was where I really started getting into making music on my own. I'm still really proud of that album, obviously, because it's something that changed what I was doing from being. I was still studying when I was doing that album. Just a small corner in my bedroom, I had a little sampler and a couple of keyboards, and that's how it happened. So, but things have changed enormously. I didn't really know much about production, and so there's a kind of there's some sort of naivety in that record, and I think there's something really valuable in that. The sort of naivety that when you're just starting out, you don't really know what you're doing. That's when sort of music sounds unique. When you have too much technology and too much knowledge, sometimes things can sound too polished. So it's trying to sort of hang on to that idea of experimenting in areas you don't really necessarily know about, and then interesting things happen that way.
It's alright if you wanna be who you want to be, but right now I gotta go,
I always wanted to do a live show, but I never knew how to. And I think when I started making my music, it was made with instruments, it was made with playing. And I was just DJing before then, so I didn't quite know how to do it live. And the only way to do it was to bring other people in and to create an entire band around the music. And we tried a few different ways of doing it, and then eventually something started to work and something started to happen. So it was around 2004.
If you wanna stay, then you can be here with me. But I can't let go of this love, oh, not so easily. If you wanna stay, then you can be here with me. I can't let go, no. Can't let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
I think the main thing is that I got back into, I think with Days to Come, I went into a very live direction and started recording a lot of stuff. And it's the same with Black Sands. I started Black Sands the same way, but then halfway through I really started enjoying making beats again, like electronic music, which I hadn't done for a little while. So I really sort of fell in love again with making beats and bass lines and synthesizers. So it's a half and half record.
If you wanna stay, then you can be here with me. I can't let go of this love, oh, not so easily. If you wanna stay, then you can be here with me. I can't let go, no. Can't let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Well, I think the thing, I was working with Andrea because I just produced her album, which is out now. So we were working together anyway. So as I was writing the album, she was kind of in the studio every week, and I was playing stuff. So she came up with ideas and vocal ideas. It just came about that way. It just seemed like a natural choice to work with Andrea.
No, I can't seem to forget. In my mind, it's ready. The time's made up. I'm at home. It's alright if you wanna be who you want to be, right?
I think just to sort of pursue what's going and to see where it goes next, and I really want to push the live thing more and see how that can develop and just get a really good show together and keep pushing that and keep pushing the music and see what happens. All right, Budapest. Let me get this mic up a little. It's been a pleasure coming out and playing for you again. It's great to be back here. Sorry it took so long. It's been like a whole year or something. It's been a crazy year. There's been lots of stuff, and I think the real sort of rock and roll stuff, if you can remember it, then it's not really that rock and roll. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Good night.